Hello and welcome to the Villa Park podcast. It's me, Rich, and I'm back with another transfer talk to go over some of the rumours that have been abound in the Villa verse over the last couple of days. I know I did a video a couple of days ago with reviewing a couple of the rumours there, including Brennan Johnson and Harvey Barnes, who for me would be really good additions to the side, or obviously at least one of them. But we've got another few players that have been linked over the last couple of days, and I'm sure there will be plenty more. We are going to be back tonight for a live show, myself and Kevin, and maybe one or two others, to react to the fixtures and obviously talk transfers and who might come in and how they might fit in. But that'll be a live show tonight, so do tune in for that one. Get your questions in, and we'll have a general chat around the fixtures and yeah, general transfer chat. And we are almost at 1,700 subscribers already. It feels like, I mean, I think it was a couple of days ago I put this 1,600 plus subscribers GIF on, but we're already nearly at 1,700. So if you could get us over that, that would be amazing. We're aiming for 2K before the start of the season. If we keep at this rate, we might even be aiming for 3K. The support has been absolutely incredible. So thank you all for tuning into the channel. I hope you're enjoying what you're seeing. So hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and if you do want to become a member of the channel for just $1.99 and become an official Villa Park Pod follower, then please just click the join button. So the first player I wanted to point out was Manu Kone. Now, another midfielder, and to me, probably one who I think we're maybe being used as a bit of a bait to maybe encourage a bid from a different club. But anyway, we'll have a look. And he's currently a midfielder at Borussia Mönchengladbach, and he comes very highly rated. He was previously with Toulouse for 2 seasons where he played 50 games, scored 3 goals, and there's been a Mönchengladbach since 2021 has played 57 games and scored 3 goals. I think he's available for 35 million euro release clause, but it does look like Liverpool are the ones that are in pole position, but Villa and West Ham were kind of used as names that would also join the race. So we'll have a little look at his kind of heat map, and I've compared him with Boubacar Kamara. So obviously heavy across the pitch, gets about the pitch, which is amazing. A heavy use down that left hand side, so can play DM, can play central midfielder. I didn't necessarily want to put him in the same bracket as like a Louise, because I think we've compared Tielemans to Louise. So for me, it might be more useful to compare him to a Boubacar Kamara. So in terms of just his own stats, we've got 71 for technique, 56 for tackling, defensively 49, creativity 56, and attacking 58. If I add Boubacar in, then obviously technically Manu Kone is seen as considerably better. Attacking wise is better, but then Boubacar has the edge on the tackling and defensive stats. So yeah, maybe would provide us with something slightly different, a bit more drive going forwards. But for me, Boubacar is an excellent player, but and whether we need another midfielder is open to debate. But he's played 30 games, started all 30 of those games, 87 minutes per game, 1 goal this season in the league. Was from outside of the box from 22 shots. So maybe does like to have a go from outside the box, not too accurate. He's got 1 assist. His passing accuracy in his own half is 92%, which is excellent, and then the opposition half is 83%, which again is very good. 2.5 tackles per game, which is a pretty decent statistic, and interceptions 1.1 per game. So yeah, as I say, likes to get about the pitch. 7.4 duels won, and ground duels won 6.8. So likes to get into the tackle, likes to win the ball back. Possession lost there is 12. So in and around those battles in midfield can sometimes give the ball away by the looks of it. But look, highly rated player. He does strike me as a kind of Jurgen Klopp type player. Looking at that heat map, gets about the pitch, and will maybe bring that energy to a Liverpool side. But for Villa, I don't think I can see it, especially with us bringing Tielemans in. But it's nice to be linked with these type of players. Next one that isn't going away at all is Joao Felix. Um, Seems to be a player who's been kind of suffering from the Mendes or the agent trying to get him around different clubs, and yeah, seems like it hasn't gone as well for him as they planned at Chelsea. So now they've got to consider quotes lower Premier League clubs, and Villa again, West Ham, Wolves have been kind of named as clubs that would be potential destinations for him. Obviously a very, very, very good technical player. Gets around gets in and around the box, can score a goal. Didn't quite, hit the heights at Chelsea, but there was obviously other reasons there. But highly technically gifted. For me, would he get lost in a Villa side? Do we keep the ball enough? Could Emery get the best out of him? Maybe so. Again, I've compared him with Emi Buendia here. So in terms of Joao Felix, 73 for attacking, 64 for technique, 63 for creativity, 50 for tackling, which isn't bad for a player of his position, and then only 28 for defensively. So Emi Buendia obviously is lower in the attacking stakes as Joao Felix, lower in the technical ability, and slightly higher in the technical ability, but no, sorry, lower in the technical ability, but higher in the creativity slightly. So, you know, for me, it would be potentially an upgrade on a Emi Buendia in terms of that attacking threat. But it's is he going to get involved in the game enough? Is he going to be another player that kind of gets lost in that Villa kind of attacking third, or is he going to give us that kind of thrust that we need? I'm not so sure. It's a real difficult one. But look, a technically gifted player, 16 games played, 4 goals, so knows where the goal is, and did have a lot of chances in the Chelsea side. 3 from inside the box, 1 from outside the box. Likes to take a few shots. I remember him having quite a few chances against Villa. 3 right foot goals, 1 left foot goal. So he's happy to shoot with both feet. And 1 big chance is created. Accuracy in his own half is 87%. Doesn't do a massive amount in his own half. More in the opposition half, and at 74% is pretty decent in terms of accuracy. A Chelsea team that likes to get forward, particularly at home, is he going to have those opportunities with Villa? But if we want to kind of compete in the European stakes and potentially push on in the league, then players of Joao Felix's technical ability are obviously players that we need. So, yeah, I'm a little bit open on this one. You guys let me know in the comments. Maybe his experience at Chelsea has kind of soured it a little bit. Could he reignite his career at a Villa? Then we come on to Nicolas Jackson, who's been linked since Emery's come to Villa. To be honest, a player who is at Villarreal, and is he's played. He's really come onto the scene the last couple of seasons, and really this season has kind of cemented himself. He's had 35 games over the last couple of seasons with Villarreal and scored 12 goals, and was previously with the B side where he scored 27. Oh, he had 27 appearances, scored 7 goals, and then went on loan to a club called Mirandes and had 16 appearances, scored 1 goal. He was due to sign for Bournemouth in January of this year. They had agreed a £22.5 million deal, but he failed his medical due to hamstring issues. So, is there a case of a little bit of an injury record here with him? Or would he, obviously we've got Leon Bailey who has had his problems with injuries, and that does tend to happen with wingers. Are we going to have the same situation with him? Now, obviously, he failed his medical at Bournemouth, but came back to Villarreal and absolutely stole the show and was brilliant and got the Player of the Month for La Liga for the month of May this year. So he's obviously gone back and really hit the ground running. So he's an interesting one. And again, can float around the pitch. Here we're looking at right side and left side. So definitely can get about the pitch. 74 for attacking, again 63 technique, 42 tackling, 59 creativity. So he beats Bailey on everything apart from that creativity side of things. But in terms of attacking threat, obviously the goals scored, 12 goals scored this season, which is fantastic, and scored goals from off the bench as well. So gives us 29% goal conversion, all goals from inside the box, so 12 from 36. Is he going to be a real good foil for an Ollie Watkins, whether he plays with him? He can play wide? Can he play obviously through the middle, or can he play off a striker as well? So potential versatility there, and very young as well. So could be can be coached and molded. He's got 4 assists as well, 7 big chances created. Obviously worked with Emery, so he will know what to get out from him and how to improve him as well. So that would be a really exciting one for me. It would just be the injury side of things that would slightly concern me. And with wingers, there is always going to be an element of inconsistency. Okay, so Jackson, Barnes, Johnson, they're the ones who've scored the goals. Jackson and Barnes have got double figures this season, or more than double figures this season, and that's great. But they're still going to have inconsistencies, and like I know Leon Bailey raises massive questions. The fact is that competition may bring out the best in them, and having options off the bench may bring out the best in them. But let's not make any mistakes. The wide position is an inconsistent position because you're expecting something to happen every time from those wingers, and most of the time it doesn't happen, and that's just a fact. So let's just temper our kind of excitement and how we rate these players and think they're absolutely amazing. The chances are, particularly if they're coming from a foreign league, that they're going to take time to settle. And that takes me on to the final player who seems to be our number one target, which is Nico Williams, who's 20-year-old, plays for Atletico Bilbao. Very, very, very highly rated. Apparently has if you believe, 45 million or 50 million euro release clause, and we are trying hard to sign him if the reports are to be believed. So I know a couple of people have done interviews with him. I know Luis Echigari has done a big interview with him with his brother, and he does seem to be very, very loyal to Atletico Bilbao in that Basque region. So it will be very, very difficult to get him away. And on that note, is he going to be coming to Villa for the right reasons? Yeah, I don't know. Is it a case of we'd have to pay him so much money that he can't refuse it? And is that the right reason to leave? Or is he really bought into what we're going to try and do, and how Emery is going to develop him? Probably going to be a little bit of both, to be honest, if he does come. But yeah, 20 years old. He again can play both sides, but is predominantly right hand side, but can come out off the left as well. Looking at his stats, so 63 in attacking, 59 technique, 66 creativity. So look, very similar to Leon Bailey again, but obviously the age factor is there. 20 years old, and could be, if he's our record signing, what does that mean for a Leon Bailey? Is he going to just provide competition, or is he going to be the main man in Williams? 36 games played, 32 started, which is great for that age. 6 goals in the La Liga, so it's a decent return. 10% goal conversion, all goals inside the box, but lots of shots as well. So likes to get on the end of chances. Equal goals on left and right, which is brilliant. So both footed, 4 assists as well. 85% pass accuracy in his own half, only 63 in the opposition half, but again, probably used to take on players. And successful dribbles 2.3, so 48% per game. So yeah, like is a player who is going to try and get past people, and maybe take a shot or look for a cross. So yeah, pretty decent stats, and for a 20-year-old, there's a lot of, you can see why he's very highly rated. So yeah, you guys let me know your thoughts in the comments. It does seem that we are really stepping up the heat for a wide midfielder, and generally from that right hand side, either cutting on the left or going outside, or someone that can play both sides. That's Nicolas Jackson, Nico Williams, Brennan Johnson, Harvey Barnes, all linked over the last few days. So it does seem that we're putting the heat on that type of player. And then, you know, as Joao Felix, obviously we lost out on Lee Kang In. We definitely need that support striker or other attacker as well. So there's plenty to be going at. That's it from me. Thank you for watching. As I said before, please do hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, help us get past 1700 and beyond, right up to 2K. Your support has been fantastic. We'll be back later on today, live tonight for our transfer talk and our fixture reaction. So yeah, tune in for that 9 p.m. tonight. Thank you for watching, and as always, remember, you'll follow the Villa. Thank you all.